Welcome back, guys, to another video. Let's talk about NIO. A lot of big things are going on with this car company, and I feel pretty confident that NIO does have a lot of pretty cool and amazing products coming out. But recently, we're getting some pretty big and hefty news on this car company. Now, get it, there's a lot of Tesla videos on this channel, but I feel like diversifying and making other types of videos will be pretty beneficial for a lot of traders and investors here, especially how EVs will be the hottest thing. I'll try to cover more electric vehicle stocks in the future. So yeah, definitely stay tuned. There's more diversification now on the channel. So NIO at this current moment, it's hovering at $56. After being at roughly $64, the stock has actually plummeted all the way down to $56. I think NIO at this current moment is a pretty good buy. I mean, seriously, buy the dip, because I feel like this massive drop of roughly 13% in the past week is somewhat fully unjustified because it didn't really had any impact on the company itself. I think some traders and short-term investors just kind of freaked out because something big just happened with NIO. One of the biggest things that's going on is because Foxconn is now trying to get the NIO co-founder Jack Chen to lead open EV platform. This is big because right now there's several Chinese companies over there. They're trying to make electric vehicles. You got Baidu working with Geely to make an electric vehicle. It's honestly pretty crazy. You even have Alibaba backing AutoX to make the best autonomous driving software program. It's honestly pretty nuts over there, since every single company that's heavy in the tech sector has some sort of involvement or investment in electric vehicles and especially autonomous driving. Now, the reason why this freaked a lot of people out and what's going on with Jack Chen is the co-founder of the Chinese EV startup NIO, which if you check out NIO stock at this current moment, it's super successful because it's been doing extremely well. Obviously, in the past week, not so much, but in the past year, it's up 1,300%. I say NIO is a pretty massive success. Now, back in 2015, the current CEO, which is William Neely, and also Jack Chen, actually teamed up and made NIO. They also hired a bunch of people, creating the NIO electric car team, and ever since then, it's done really well. They announced several different vehicles. People seem to like them. And by the way, Jack Chen is an auto industry veteran, has 4 decades of experience at companies like Ford Motors and also Fiat Chrysler. And obviously, though, when you have the co-founder of NIO being so talented and so experienced, one of the biggest veterans in the car industry, joining Foxconn, which has enormous amounts of employees and also huge factories, investors will freak out a little bit, which is pretty normal. Keep in mind that the reason why Foxconn is hiring Jack Chen is to make their own electric vehicle platforms. There are rumors of an Apple car and how Apple could be jumping into the electric car industry very soon and hitting pretty hard at its other competitors. This isn't completely confirmed yet, but I could say for this: Apple's electric vehicle will most likely be very well polished. Apple has also had several rumors of Project Titan, how their electric vehicle will be extremely fast charging, better batteries, fully autonomous, and also the price wouldn't be too crazy. So let's just see what happens. And since Foxconn is an enormous partner with Apple, I think something is definitely up. People are sniffing the overall smell here. They think it's kind of fishy and very sus because Foxconn is trying to hire the co-founder Jack Chen from NIO, which Jack Chen pretty much agreed on, and they will be making this EV platform and also EV industry. But at the same time, Foxconn and Apple have a phenomenal partnership and also relationship together. Since Foxconn supplies a ton of Apple iPhone parts, etc., it wouldn't really be surprising if Foxconn starts supplying techniques and also supplies and manufacturing to the Apple car. Apple right now has been on a hiring spree for electric engineers and also vehicle engineers. And at this current moment, I feel like we could be hearing more rumors about the Apple car coming out in the next couple years, which people have been saying if Apple announces an electric vehicle, Apple's stock price will go up and Apple will be taking pretty hard hits at its other competitors. Keep in mind that NIO is pretty well prepared for this, announcing the ET7 vehicle. This is an incredible vehicle that is designed for autonomous driving, and obviously the design looks absolutely phenomenal. Even though it's at 70,000 USD, and yes, it's pretty pricey, but the vehicle is equipped with a ton of LiDAR sensors, and people have been saying that it will be fully autonomous in major cities and also highways, etc. We could be seeing NIO striking a pretty massive deal with the Chinese ride-hail company Didi, and that is also pretty exciting. But the reason why there was a massive stock sell-off this past week was simply because Foxconn is getting the co-founder of NIO, Jack Chin. Because of all these other catalysts that might unravel after hiring someone this experienced in the auto industry, some investors that play short term, they freak out a little bit and they sell their shares. But I don't really think Apple Car will defeat NIO. I think NIO is so far ahead in the game with so many factories, relationships, and also they're trying to tap into other markets around the world. They seem pretty well established. If you also check out NIO recently, the price target was raised by JP Morgan Chase. And keep in mind that when Chase increases the price target of NIO, they do it very conservatively. They do not increase the price target for no reason, and they usually only do it by a couple of dollars or a few percentages. But JP Morgan Chase literally increased NIO price tag from $50 to $75. This is an incredible price target, and I really do feel like NIO could be hitting $75, which will make it an enormous company. At this current moment, NIO's market cap is roughly $87 billion. It's a top 5 biggest car manufacturer in the world. Now, if NIO stock does hit $75, we could be seeing NIO overtaking Volkswagen and being the top 3 biggest car manufacturers in the world. I think NIO is doing something right here, and they're an enormous and really, really powerful car making player. Last but not least is NIO's subscription program. Almost seems like NIO's subscription program is so cool and also makes so much money to the point that even Tesla couldn't resist. And they are offering a full self-driving subscription program coming in early 2021, either for consumers that simply want to check out the full self-driving service before purchasing it, or some people just simply want to have the software maybe a couple months a year when they're traveling across the country. And NIO also has an enormous subscription service. For example, if you like their batteries, you could actually opt in to get the battery swapping stations and also battery swapping service. Essentially, you could get the brand new battery when it comes out and just pay a monthly fee. But the price of entry for an electric vehicle is a lot smaller. NIO also has a monthly subscription fee for the autopilot, which is $105. It's called the NAD, NIO Autonomous Driving, and this will be really, really big as well. So NIO is doing pretty well. I don't really think the share prices should be going down that much, especially with big banks and also major funds and hedge funds increasing their positions on NIO shares. I wouldn't really matter too much about NIO if Apple Car came out. Usually the stock market always overreacts on any sort of news. So I don't really think this is justified of NIO dropping from $64 down to $56. Obviously though, the stock was going up way too much and it did need a break, so it did plummet a little bit. But overall, NIO should be fine. I think they're a phenomenal car company. They're up there at Tesla. And that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. We got more electric car vehicle companies and also stock vids coming in. And we have some pretty exciting things from NIO, especially with the autopilot, also incoming sales, European expansion this year, and also working more closely with JAC Motors to produce even more vehicles. Let's see what happens. And by the way, happy holidays and have fun.